After Lars Anderson's recent video about his speed shooting, a lot of people are wondering two things. One, whether or not any of the stuff that he's doing is real. And two, if it is real, how does he do it? Well, the answer number one, yes, it is more or less real. Surprisingly, I'm sure a lot of people probably think it's fake, but it is real. He uses a method called Saracen archery. Saracen archery was used back in the medieval days by the Saracens, obviously. It involved something of a sort of holding the arrows in your actual bow hand and shooting it rapidly. They thought, and thought right, that it's much quicker than having to go draw back from your quiver, whether it be here or here, every single time you want to shoot. So, in this video, I'm going to show you very easily how to do it. Alright, so Saracen archery is obviously very difficult. It involves holding arrows in your actual bow hand and shooting while holding multiple arrows. First thing you have to get down, don't worry about the bow, is how to hold the arrows. Well, two things. One, you want the odd arrow fletching. See how these two are yellow? This one's white. You want that to be facing towards your arm. Not like this, like this. This is because when you put the arrow on the right side of the bow, you won't have to adjust the fletchings. It'll be there and it'll be ready. Second of all, you want to try to hold the arrows right in this area. So I'm starting with two arrows and holding them like that. See? They're both facing away toward my hand, or toward my arm, and they're both right in the same position. You want to hold them as close to the fletching as possible, because while you shoot, they will tend to slide down. I've noticed that the hard way. But now, using the bow. What kind of bow can you use? You're going to use any bow that doesn't have any sort of handle rest. This is because, well, only noobs use handle rests. But pretty much all you really need to do, this is obviously in slow motion, click it on, pull it back, shoot, and once that arrow flies off, this is the tricky part, you have to move this up there, and then put it on and shoot again. Now Lars Anderson obviously can do this so quickly where you just boom, boom, boom. However, it takes a little bit more practice. So like I said, you have the arrows with the out of fletching facing towards your arm. You hold them toward the middle of your fingers. You pretty much place it up, click it on, shoot, move the second arrow up, click it on, shoot. One more time. So you have the arrows, you're holding them in your bow hand, whether that be your left hand or your right hand, whichever hand you pull back the string with. You have them in the middle of your fingers with the fletching facing toward your arm. Now you don't want to be grasping these super tightly. You want them to be able to move around. You don't want them, stiff and such. Then take your bow, place the arrow on the right side of the bow, click it in, pull back, shoot just like any normal. Then you move this up like that, click it in, and shoot. Now Lars Anderson can do this with up to 7 arrows, give or take a few. So here is going to be a quick speed example, as fast as I can do it, of how you do it. Pull back, shoot, switch up, pull back, shoot, switch up, pull back, shoot. Now that might be a bad view, so let me get some other views. Alright, so, like I said, grab yourself 3 arrows. If you have 3 of the same kind of arrows, usually it's better, so you get used to how the arrow feels and whatnot. Hold them in your right hand toward the middle of your fingers, with the odd fletching facing towards your arm. You can start with the first one knocked already. Pull it back, shoot, switch, pull it back, shoot, switch, pull back, and shoot. Now obviously I'm not very good at it, so I'm slow. And everyone's going to be pretty bad at the beginning. You pretty much just want to practice form until you get the hang of it, and then you can start spinning it up. I, for one, when I have the third arrow, which is right here, usually it like kind of slips out of my hand, so I usually have to be careful about that. But that is pretty much the basics of Saracen Archery and what Lars Anderson does. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe for more archery and gaming and sword and pretty much any kind of videos. And, well, I hope you enjoyed.